Celeste, and welcome to Find Your Purple. Well, it's Sunday, just got back from church, and I thought I would talk about church because I had mentioned early on, I think, that I grew up in the church, in Catholic church, and went to a Catholic school, so I was at church 6 days a week during the school year. Monday through Friday, we had Mass during the school day, and then on Sunday, we went to church with our parents, and not going was not an option. Now, as we were teenagers and we were driving ourselves, then there were times we got to church late, stood in the back, slipped out early, and a few times where we might have gone out for breakfast instead. But going to church was never something I wanted to do. Then the next 40 years, there was a brief period of time I went to church, and looking back, I now see that wasn't. It was the church I had mentioned that did not believe that Jesus was the Son of God. They believed he existed, they believed he was a good example, but they did not believe in the divinity of Jesus. So, not sure if that's the same as going to church. But now, I've been going now since January of 2016, and I went again just to make some clients happy, only to find I liked it, and I just kept going. I just felt there was something there that was keeping me there. But the thing about church is that it's not about Sunday, and I think I missed that boat. I was anti-church for 40 years because of the structure and the people. I was in churches I didn't like, the politics that were going on, the fighting, that kind of thing. And that's not how Jesus created the church. The church originally was the body of people that followed Jesus, and they met in people's homes. It was not about a big structure and doctrines and legalistic things. It was about coming together, communion, fellowship, and that's the beauty of church. And that's, I think, the core of what a church should be. So now I go, but the first year I went to the church every Sunday, but I did not include it as a part of my life, even though I know the church I went to, which is one chapel, and we meet in a movie theater instead of a church. So we come in early in the morning and they set up, and then when our two services are over, we tear down and it's back to a movie theater. But I think the church part of it I really enjoy, and I like the discussions of the Bibles, that kind of thing. But I agree with the pastors that it is about the community groups, and I happen to go to two different community groups at night, and then I also belong to a Bible study, and it's within those groups that my faith is deepened. And now I see, again, I told my kids, you can be in church in a forest, looking at trees, looking at a beautiful picture, looking at nature. And I still believe that's true. But I do feel that when Jesus talks about the church and talks about fellowship, he knows we need other people. That we need people to fellowship with. We need people to share our beliefs with, to deepen our beliefs, to talk about our beliefs. And it's not until that clicked with me that I became a member of the church in all ways, in the sense of really feeling I belong, feeling like I'm going to church even on Sundays to worship God and share the feeling among a group of like-minded people. So I've got to still get my daughters to agree. One of my daughters, Ashley, she has been going to church with me for the better part of a few months, and that's really cool. I'm hoping the others don't live as close right now, so I'm hoping they'll find a church or they'll come to the church, and because I now see that what I told them growing up was partly true. You don't need a church to worship God. I do my morning worship walks, and I can pray during that walk, but that doesn't replace the community and fellowship that I think you find at a church. And so if you are going to a church and you're not a part of it by community groups and doing things, it's not a Sunday thing. Find a church that believes in the community, and then join the groups. that's where things happen and the faith takes root. And I just encourage you to do that. It becomes an extended family. So that's it for today. As always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.